Get a £5 free bet every week with Offer Club from William Hill. Simply stake a total of £20 or more across the week on pre-match football accumulators with 4 or more selections, and you'll get a £5 free bet on the Friday. Join William Hill Offer Club on mobile or online now.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for Rifle TV in association with Macklin's Gym. We're in Dublin today for Katie Taylor's press conference ahead of her pro debut this Saturday night live on Sky Sports.
To be sure.
What?
To be sure.
What's that?
It's my Irish impersonation.
Loads of people, can I just say, loads of people think that we had beef after our...
We did. You were being a helmet.
Did we have beef though?
Did we have beef though?
Did we have beef though?
No. Just a bit of bants.
It's just bants. This is a remarkable turnaround. I mean, from your comments on women's boxing from years ago...
You just tried to stitch me up. Never ever have I spoken negatively about women's
boxing.
boxing.
Yeah, because you're too savvy for that, but you do it in a good way.
What do you mean, your comments on women's boxing, but I'm too savvy to make negative comments?
No,
What I said was, there wasn't a demand for women's boxing, particularly from the broadcasters. Now that's changed.
But you basically are the broadcasters.
Very true.
So, yeah, respect. Okay, so I think people understand that, and the first time women's boxing had been in the Olympics, had more exposure from 2012, but you had to see sort of the progression and where it was going before, obviously, you were going to, the Sky Sports were going to commit to something like this on Saturday, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, the landscape's changed for women's sport. I sat down with Barney Francis and I said, look, I've had an approach from Katie Taylor. How do you feel about women's boxing? And he said, why not? He said, who are we to say no to the development of women's boxing? It's Katie Taylor, it's the style is good. You know, I think there's some women's boxers, just the same as men's boxers, who haven't got the style to entertain in a professional game. That's not Katie Taylor. So she sent me a direct message on Twitter and said, like I said in our interview, I want to change the face of the sport. I need a great promoter to do it. Do you know anyone? That was a bit of banter. See what I've done there? And she said, can we have a chat? She flew over with Brian Peters. I sat down. I can't remember sitting down with a fighter where I felt like that when I left. It was like for all the bullshit in the sport, all the lying, all the backstabbing, all the cheating, the politics. I'm sitting down with this, and forget girl or woman, I'm sitting down with this fighter who is looking me in the eye and telling me she wants to change the face of the sport and become a multiple weight world champion. And I believe her. She tells me about the purity of the sport, all the things that are important. When you go to a sports day, right, or you go to a kids' football match, do you think they're thinking about the money? Do you think they're thinking about any commercial deals or where the next transfer is coming from? No, it's just about winning. And too often in sport, that's taken away because of all the other stuff that's involved. So here, I just met someone that I was inspired by, and someone that I wanted to be part of her journey.
Is Katie Taylor the first of possible many
no, I don't think
female
so.
fighters you may
sign? You need the right style. You need the special fighters. Yeah, you know, we're talking to a couple of other women fighters at the moment, national, English, international fighters as well. But it's not something that I just think we're gonna just start promoting a load of women's boxing. I think we have the right product and the right fighter in Katie Taylor to change and mix it up. And you know, I would love to be the person or one of the people responsible for breaking down those barriers and doing some Ronda Rousey shit in boxing, you know? And just because look at what they've done there. And you know, I'm a marketeer stroke second-hand car salesman, right? But if I can look back one day and say, wow, what we've done with Katie Taylor, you know, on the AJ card, Madison Square Gardens, back to Dublin, Croke Park, multiple-time world champion, that's an achievement for me as well. And that might be being selfish, but I want to challenge myself. This is the ultimate challenge. You know, 50% of the people out there at the moment going, I'm really looking forward to her debut. 25% going, yeah, we'll see. And the other 25% going, well, women shouldn't even be in sport, they should be in the kitchen.
Like your granddad?
Like my granddad. No, that's the older generation, isn't it? But you know, I think, for anyone who's sceptical, forget women's boxing, forget men's boxing. It's just a fight. If you like boxing, just watch. I believe you'll be entertained. Are you not entertained?
Funny you should mention Ronda Rousey, because I asked about Ronda Rousey.
Oh, you're loving this, aren't you? You're knowing the views
no,
on
but
this.
She said...
Let me guess what your title's going to be.
Cool.
Put me in the ring with Ronda Rousey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You know IFL. No, but I think she meant it. And I'm being serious.
Listen,
she went, get her... Can you sort that out? She went, get me in the ring with her. But I don't think she was being sarcastic.
No, she's already said to me.
Oh, right.
She wants all that, you know, that's where we can go in time. But first, Saturday night. Get the win, look good. And Karina Kopinska's, I mean, look.
She looks evil. I hope...
Go on, have a look. Look.
Oh, I tell you what. It's not... She looks evil.
She went points with the world champion as well. She's tough. And my only concern about this opponent is I'm not sure Katie will stop her because she's very, very durable.
Oh?
So...
You wasn't sure Joshua would stop Emmanuel Leo on his debut?
I wasn't sure he'd stop Kevin Johnson either. But that went like a round and 20 seconds.
2 rounds. I think it's great.
It is. I'm excited. Do you feel
opening?
Do you feel it? I mean, yeah. But did you feel it before today? Don't you? You know how you've met her there.
Yeah.
Do you not feel a little bit excited about watching her?
Yeah, because the way she talks, I said to her, "You're quite softly spoken." She went, "What was you expecting me to be like?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I expected you to be more aggressive the way you fight."
But actually, I haven't watched your interview with her yet. But there's another side to Katie. Like, yeah, she's this obsessive competitor, but she's also just a normal girl. So I want that to come across. So we need really good interviewers to try and get that out of her. So I'm trying to set some up. But in the meantime, you can do it. It's fine. We can just see how that goes.
I'm not going to bite.
Okay. We've got to go to the airport. So let's get to the airport.
Hang on. We haven't finished yet. You've got time.
Yeah, but I want to say goodbye to Katie and her mum. We're done, aren't we?
No, we're not done, no.
Go on,
there's other things, but I can't be rushed. You want to say bye and we'll just quickly...
No, go on. What do you want to know?
Oh, you can't. You've got to let me flow.
You were going to ask me about something else you forgot to ask me about yesterday, and now I can't remember what it was.
Oh, right, okay. So I was going to ask you about... I didn't ask you about Carl Froch and Golovkin.
Right, let me say goodbye to Katie.
Just picking this back up.
Okay, yeah.
Right,
so Carl Froch, basically, I was in Monaco with Tom Loeffler. We had about 12 mojitos each. I had a tie wrapped around my head. And he took a photo and he drunk tweeted, here in Monaco negotiating a fight with Golovkin against Froch. He really is up for that fight. They've always wanted it. And at the end of Carl's career, he wanted that fight as well. Nothing happened. And then Carl texted me out of the blue and said, what's the heaviest Golovkin would take the fight at? So I said probably 172. Then I asked Tom and he said 170. But listen, Carl's like nearly 40, you know. So don't get too excited about that fight. But I'll guarantee you one thing. Carl Froch was hitting the bag thinking about Gennady Golovkin because he's one fierce son of a bitch. But for me, no. The
tweets from Golovkin's account where he said, this is actually me now tweeting, was that actually him?
I have no idea. Why are you asking me?
Well, he
tweeted, or do you think I am Gennady?
I don't know.
Like,
but he tweeted you and Loeffler, whoever tweeted you and Loeffler.
Maybe it was Tom Loeffler.
What, tweeting himself
maybe,
and you?
Maybe. Don't forget, sometimes I put a tweet out on Kell Brook's account, apparently.
Very true. Likely chances of ever seeing that fight? Likely chances of seeing...
Small.
What about Cole in the ring again, full stop?
Small.
Who knows? It's not going to happen, is it?
When you lose the desire and the hunger and you fight like Carl Froch, it ain't good.
But you think if people keep prodding Froch about Golovkin...
Maybe, but don't start. I mean, like, you know, I'm sure he's thinking about it, but I'm sure at the same time he's had a cushy little career and, you know, for me it won't happen, but I know Tom Loeffler would love it to happen, so you never know, Kugan.
You never know in boxing.
Correct. Who would have thought that we'd be on the verge of promoting 5-time world champion, 6-time European champion, Olympic champion, Katie Taylor's debut live on Sky Sports on Saturday night? Hashtag anything's possible, vis-a-vis David Brent.
That's a new thing. Thoughts on Lucas Browne today?
It's hard to comment without knowing the facts, but I mean, the guy's just failed a drugs test because he said he ate a dodgy steak in Russia. All right, give him the benefit of the doubt. And then he fails one on the voluntary testing. Anyway, not my business, but...
Any implications regarding Hay and Bellew?
No, because we now want to say Luis Ortiz should fight Shannon Briggs for the regular title. Then you've got Ustinov, then you've got Freza Quendo, and then you've got David Hay. So you know, maybe the WBA will just turn around and say no regular belt.
Likely to happen? Probably not.
Maybe. All right, let's go to the airport.
All right, do you want to say anything else?
No. Roll on Saturday night. Can't wait for Katie Taylor's debut, and so many big tests for our young lions.
Conor Benn's out though, isn't he?
Yes, he's got shingles.
Oh, that's terrible, that is.
So.
And Geffin's coming for...
Geffen, yeah, it's a tough fight for Hibu. Good fight. Good fight.
So you've got 16 fights on.
And we've also got Jake Paul against JJ Madonna in a title fight as well. Great test for him. Another fight just been made. All right.
Eddie Hearn, thanks for talking to iFall TV.